Retirement, one of the most major life-changing events. It is about being worry-free, right? You get to enjoy time with your grandkids, work in the garden, and finally get to watch TV all night long without worrying being late for work anymore. However, your peaceful retirement could be a risk. Unfortunately, a lot of the common retirement advice out there is misleading, and you could be making mistakes without even knowing it. Make sure to watch this video all the way to the end, because I'll be going over the top 3 mistakes that could make your retirement uncomfortable. Pay close attention so you can avoid these from now on. Hey, it's Thomas here, your trusted advisor. Before we get into these 3 common mistakes, let me address one thing. You might be wondering, how is it possible that so many people make these mistakes? Or did they even get any advice on their retirement planning? The thing is, everyone's retirement is different. We have different circumstances, goals, and expectations. But most retirement advice out there follows a cookie-cutter approach. Banks and advisors want to provide the same strategy that fits every circumstances and every expectation. I'm sure you agree that this is problematic. It's how bad advice gets spread and people keep making the common mistakes. If you have made these mistakes until now, it's not your fault. You simply don't know better. So let's get into the 3 most common mistakes and help you set a better course for your retirement. Mistake number 1. Saving account is the silver bullet. Yes, you heard that right. One of the most common retirement strategy I see is just put everything in a saving account. No matter how the world fluctuates, you're guaranteed with a return 100%, simply no risk at all. The problem is, the strategy was great 30 years ago, because back then in Canada, a term deposit was 15% interest rate per year. Today, however, we're talking about 1% with most of the Canadian banks. Let me give you a concrete example. If you have saved $10,000 30 years ago, you get your 15%. So after 5 years, your saving would have grown an additional of $10,113, a double of what you put in. Today, with the same $10,000 and lock it in a term deposit for 5 years with a 1% interest, you will only have $510 as your total interest. Yes, it's a guaranteed return, but at the same time, it's a guaranteed loss due to fees and inflation. Also, what do you think the banks will do with your deposit? They can lend it back to others as a mortgage with 3 to 6% interest rate, or they can invest the money into the market. So neither way, for the bank, it makes total sense to promote this because they make money from your savings account. Yet, even if you have big savings accounts, no one ever teaches you how to take that money out, how to turn it into income, or how to use it. They expect you to just know what to do. And that's why I don't like this approach. Now, am I saying you shouldn't have a saving account at all then? No, but before you blindly follow a bank's advice, get clear on your goals. Visualize your retirements and what you want to do with it. Do you want to travel? See your grandchildren? Live in a nice home? Knowing what you want helps you find the strategy that is best for you. Mistake number 2. Relying too much on the government. And this is a big one. Did you know if you put too much money in your RRSP, you could potentially earn less government benefits? It sounds crazy, but here's why. Let's say you're still making $60,000 per year because you have rental income, pension, CPP, and OAS, and you have an RRSP account worth $500,000. Very feasible if you spend 40 years to build it. At age 71, by law, it will convert to a registered retirement income fund, or short for RRIF. And again, by law, you are forced to take out at least 5% per year. This means you add another $25,000 to your existing income. This also means not only you have to pay more tax, but also your OAS payments is reduced due to income clawback. With a higher retirement income, even if the income is from your own savings, the government will reduce your benefits. Also, according to the study, for some government benefits such as old age security, the significance of the benefit payout amount versus the actual buying power is gradually losing almost 50% over the next half century. This is slowly melting away like a polar ice cap. You may not be aware of it, but it is happening. So, if you rely too much on the government, you're basically putting a handcuff on your income and give the key to someone else. It could cost you your desired lifestyle. There are strategies you can implement to maximize your retirement benefit, such as offset your active income with tax deduction strategies, transferring your taxable income into tax-free income, or simply have a better RRSP exit strategy. But again, there's no cookie-cutter approach because we are all different. The key is finding something that makes you less dependent on the government. Mistake number 3, thinking that nothing ever changes. This is a dangerous mistake I see too many people make. The fact is, we live in a fast-paced world and things do change. Think about this year. What just happened? Saving tactics that worked years ago are obsolete now. It's likely that some tactics I talk about today won't work in 10 years. What should we do then? Keep yourself in the loop. Continue to stay informed about what works now. And the best way to do that is to smash that subscribe button now so you always get the most updated information. Second, thankfully, while tactics change, the saving strategies, the core principle, will always stay the same. In fact, I want to give you 4 key principles to keep in mind. Make sure to account your daily expenses and have easy access to a checking and a short-term savings account. Prioritize a secure and comfortable retirement. That can be done by creating your own pension, annuity, and maximize the government benefits. Make sure your money grows and keep paying attention to inflation. You want strong, diversified investments that beat inflation. And lastly, always account for emergencies and healthcare expense. This can be prepared by having a 3 to 6 months worth of emergency fund, having a line of credit pre-approved, and recheck all your insurance policies. Following these 4 principles will keep your retirement safe and secure, even if things change. So remember, saving account is not the silver bullet. Don't rely too much on the government. Thinking that nothing ever changes will definitely change your retirement life. Those are the 3 mistakes I see a lot of people making, mainly because of all the lack of education and updates. Keep in mind that changing your action today could save better for your retirement. If you want additional help and want to profit from a deeper insight into retirement strategies, then I have prepared something for you. There should be a link down below. There, you will find me dive deep into some of the retirement problems I see today. It's also a chance for you to speak directly to me. Everyone's situation is different. I take the time to listen and hear your story, and using my knowledge and experience, I can offer ideal suggestions applicable to your situation. So click the link below and I will see you in there.